Hey YouTube, Motor Racing Network, Steve Post here, and we are joined by Jamie McMurray, driver of the McDonald's from Chip Ganassi Racing. Jamie, welcome to Plan B. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, excited to be here, signing a lot of cars today.
No doubt about it, signing cars. It's part of Race Week here in Charlotte, and we'll talk a little bit about Diecast and everything, but Jamie, as you look at your 2014 season, just kind of assess the first third of it, how it's been with you guys.
Well, it's been a lot of change with new crew chief, new teammate. But overall, it's been really good. The 42 cars run really well. Our cars run well. We've had a lot of flat tires, had a lot of unfortunate things happen to us, but performance-wise, it's been really good. I think Keith Rugden's done a great job. New crew chief, first year doing that. I think he's done just an exceptional job. So, looking forward to finishing off kind of the races that we've had, and a lot of really good tracks coming up at the start of the summer for me. So yeah, it's been good.
When you get a new crew chief, that gelling period, how do you work that? Did you get a chance to hang out a little bit during the off season? Do you hang out much at the racetrack? How does that work?
Well, we don't hang out a lot at the racetrack. We do, but gelling comes from him being really intelligent and being able to make the cars fast, and that seems to make things work really well. So Keith has done a really good job, and I think the crew chief role has changed dramatically in the past few years with the simulation and everything that comes along with it. But he's done a really good job.
You talk about the simulation and all of that. Do you get involved in it, or do you not get involved in it? You used to be guys used to worry about the shocks and springs and everything. How involved are you in that as the driver?
Well, funny part of that is that I think the guys that thought they knew what was going on back in the day and were really involved in the setups of the cars didn't, but if they felt like they did, and so I don't know of any drivers that are really involved with the simulation. It's so deep, and it's when you change one thing on the car, it changes 10 things in simulation. So I don't get involved in that.
Caught up with you here at Plan B, signing Diecast. As a kid growing up, did you ever collect cars, Matchbox Diecast cars, or did you do that, or wasn't that your thing? And just as a kid growing up,
I had a lot of Jeff Gordon stuff as a kid growing up. I actually had a girlfriend, ironically, that her dad bought me a lot of Jeff Gordon Diecast, so I had a ton of stuff like that. And then initially when I got into NASCAR, I kind of wanted to save one of every car, but I have not kept up that. It's there's a lot of cars, a lot of one-off paint schemes, and so I don't. I have a lot of stuff from like the beginning of my NASCAR career, but really not that much stuff from of late.
Your first Diecast, what's that like? Having to present
as a driver?
As a driver,
Oh,
what's that
so
like?
Cool. Yeah. So my first Diecast, I think, was a Williams Travel Center's car, or maybe a Southern Comfort. I don't remember what it was. It's really cool though to have that, and it's really cool to have fans bring those through the line. And the Diecast deal exploded. You know, like when I first came along, it just really took off, and they were doing a car for every paint scheme you did. And it's cool to have people come through, and it's so much fun to meet the people that are passionate about like the rooms they have with all these cars. It's really cool.
We certainly have a lot to follow. Jamie, thanks for joining us here at Plan B and signing some cars.
Yeah, good stuff.
Jamie McMurray joining us here, and we have autographed Jamie McMurray Diecast, your local Diecast dealer, or at planbsales.com.